Hi, I'm Vanessa Carta, and I'm the Director of Donor Engagement and Stewardship at UMass Boston. And today I'm going to show you how our stewardship team of two built a pretty interesting and beautiful impact page for donors who have made a gift to our COVID relief funds. So we had two initiatives. One was a sponsor a Chromebook initiative where donors with a gift of $180 could sponsor a Chromebook that we would put into a student's hands so that they had access to remote learning. And the second initiative is our Beacon Student Aid Fund. It's our Student Emergency Relief Fund, which both between those two, those are the primary ways that we are offering financial aid and outreach to our students who are all studying remotely now through the summer, and we aren't yet sure about the fall. So to give you a little bit of background, UMass Boston is the only public university in Boston. We have about 17,000 students. We don't have a traditional age student population like 18 to 21. The median age of our students is about 22, 23. We're majority minority. We are mostly local students from in and around Massachusetts. And we knew when we saw kind of what was happening in global public health that our students had a very high probability of their education being derailed by the challenges presented by COVID-19 and the move to remote education. So these two funds, the Chromebook Initiative and the Beacon Student Aid Fund, sprang up and really gained traction in March to start soliciting gifts that we knew would go directly, immediate impact from donors' hands through the university right to students' hands. So we knew we needed a beautiful impact page and a way to relay what those gifts were doing. And our web platform currently, I won't say which one it is, but it's not the most user-friendly. And knowing our capabilities, we had to look elsewhere. Luckily, Margaret Stutt from UC Berkeley's Haas School of Business had won an award through ADRP for her impact reports last year using Adobe Spark. And she inspired me to look into this. So today I'm going to show you how me and my assistant director, Emily, very quickly using Adobe Spark built an impact page that really tells a beautiful story and that you might want to consider adopting at your institution as well. So without further ado, I'm going to share my screen and show you Adobe Spark. The cool thing about Adobe Spark is that if your institution has an Adobe Creative Cloud license, you probably already have access to this product as part of your license and completely free. And your IT software team can send you a link to download whatever you need or set you up with the Creative Cloud ID. So that's the first place to start. If you don't already have a Creative Cloud ID and password, work with your IT team and figure that out. And then once you go to spark.adobe.com, you will see this homepage once you log in. I'll admit we aren't using any of these features like Instagram, Facebook, photo collage, although they might be useful for you as well. We're just going to simply go to create a project and a web page. So it's loading here. Adobe Spark is a great product because it's really intuitive and flexible, but within some parameters. So it's kind of dummy proof. It lays out things pretty simply for you. And you can even upload, if you go to the top right corner, you'll see it says themes, and I've put a UMass Boston theme in using our branded colors. I don't believe we could change the font. I didn't even attempt to because Adobe's branding is just so beautiful. But we can use our UMass Boston theme. So the first thing you need to do is add a title. The title image is actually an image. So if you wanted this to be like a blue background with white text, you would need to upload an image that is a blue block here. But otherwise, we're just going to go and click on photo and then upload a photo. You could also, as you see here, find free stock photos or go to your Dropbox, Google Drive, etc. But in this case, I'm going to upload a photo. Don't judge my horrible file management system. Let's select this one, which was a photo shoot we snuck in right before the campus went remote. We actually had no idea that was coming and just got lucky that we had a photo shoot scheduled for March 11th. So this is a photo of our university hall with students in it, and it will take a while to load. If your images are really high res, they'll present beautifully, but it might just take a little bit of time. So there's our image, and then we'll add a title. Let's call it Thank You Donors, Not Super Inspiring. I don't recommend you copy that. And then let's add a subtitle, You Change Lives at UMass Boston. Super easy, click, type, really can't go wrong. You can then move this text if you wanted it to be left justified or right justified. It's really just a drag and drop. You can play with it a little bit. You could also play with the colors. Then when you start scrolling, you are presented with your first kind of choose your own adventure path here. So you could do another photo, you could do text, and the text appears on this blue background. You could put a button. So if you're looking to right up front, do a call to action, fill out this form, complete a survey, make a gift, you can put a button in there. You could upload a video, which will take something from YouTube, Vimeo, or Spark Video. So if you're creating a video in Animoto, you'll need to upload it to YouTube or another site in order for it to be embedded here. But then once it is, they look really beautiful. The other option is a photo grid or a glide show or a split layout where you can kind of see here, it's text on one side and an image on another. I'm just going to go ahead and show you our UMass Boston page and walk you through when we used which of these features. So our UMass Boston page is at umb.edu/thanks. So this is what it looks like. Let's get you all the way to the top here. So this is our cover image. You'll see in the header we have Connect with Us that goes to our giving page. Then here we have a thank you message. This is a statement of impact. This is text, that text box feature that I showed you. The very first option when you go to start building out your page. And this just reports on the impact of gifts that were donated in March and April. We get updated statistics from Student Affairs, I'd say like once every 3 weeks, and try to keep this page updated, particularly if we know, like we participated in Giving Tuesday Now. So we updated this page the day before and made sure the content was really fresh, because there are some folks who are maybe coming here multiple times or being directed to come here multiple times, and we want to keep it interesting for them while staying on message. So this next feature we're moving into is called the Glide Show. It has the photo background and then the text on top. And if we keep it moving, this is still a glide show with that background image. And then this, what you see in the center of your screen, this quote from a student, we actually pulled the quote through our thank you profiles in Academic Works. We started asking students for a post-acceptance question about how the scholarship would impact them in the wake of COVID-19. So we got some really great content through our Academic Works platform. And then in Canva, which is another free product, though there is a membership option, which is very inexpensive and I recommend, we took that quote and designed it in Canva and popped it into this glide show as an image over an image box. And then as you keep going, we have a few more quotes here about the impact both of scholarship aid and the Beacon Student Aid Fund, but also this Chromebook initiative. And then here we have our student Gabe, who works in our office and luckily had participated in that photo shoot in March. We asked Gabe to record a video from his home. He's a Beacon Student Aid Fund recipient, and he submitted a message about what donor support means to him at this moment. And we embedded this in YouTube and then grabbed the YouTube link to put it here on our Spark page. So this is still part of a glide show. It's just a video embedded on top of the glide show. And then here we have more text and a video from students who got Chromebooks. This is a side-by-side story with an image and text, another video block, another image and text block, etc. And you can go all the way through and see how we've linked to other stories from our homepage, etc. And then at the bottom, we have a nice thank you message and a footer with a call to action. So that is the gist of it. This is the page we had started building together, and you can see how these different functions play out. And it's super easy. So just to show you really quickly how a glide show works, you go and upload a photo. I recommend you put them all where you kind of know you're going to need them, because you're going to be coming back to this folder time and again. But let's just grab this one of our amazing performing arts faculty. If it's a large photo, it'll take a while to load. You can also select multiple photos at a time by holding down the Shift key, and then it will upload all of your Glide Show images at the same time. And then once it loads, you'll see there's an up and down arrow here. So if we had uploaded multiple photos, which I recommend, the Glide Show is really meant to be used as a block. You can reorder the content that you've uploaded and replace the image or delete the image from here. And then once you're done, you're just going to click Save. And it gives you, part of the feature of Glide Show is to have this image and then something on top of it. So then you can click into that box to figure out, do we want to put a photo here? Do we want to put just plain text here, a call to action button, or another video? And then you just keep scrolling and can keep building out your sections. I definitely recommend you think through the order you want to put things in before you start building. Play around with it, think about it, and then come back. Much like building a website architecture, the stronger plan you have going in, the better the end result will be. And then when you're finished, you can come up here to settings and turn on or off the header or footer. You can add your Google Analytics tracking ID. You can preview the page. This is what your visitors will see. So right now they won't see much, but you can preview it here. You can also, on the page where you're building, once we close out of this preview, you can add in, when you set up your page, the Instagram handles, your Twitter handle, your main page. That's part of building out the header and the footer. And you do that, gosh, somewhere up here, I'm gonna forget now, but you will find it, it's there. And then you can present this. So if you're live streaming with a donor or doing a Zoom, you can kind of show them the page. And then you can share it. So you'll publish and share the link, or invite other collaborators to participate in building out the page. And once you publish and share the link, it's live with an a spark.adobe web address. So you might want to work with your internal IT team to get a more clickable link for your audience. And every time you update the page, you'll just click publish and share link again and update it across all of your platforms. So it's really quite easy. And that is Adobe Spark. I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have as you're going through it. It's really intuitive. When you go back to kind of like your main Adobe Spark entry page, I think, pretty sure that's where you can update your handles. But if you can't find them, let me know. I'm at vanessa.cartas, Yarta, @umb as in Boston.edu. And I also just want to make a plug that Margaret Stutt, who I mentioned, really turned me on to Adobe Spark, and a lot of the Adobe products are great. She's doing a webinar next Tuesday, and it is called Digital Reporting to Boldly Go Where Others Are Already Going. It's a free ADRP member webinar next Tuesday, May 19th. It will be recorded and available online if you're watching this after May. And she's a great resource. So I highly recommend you tune in, where she's going to go over a number of products and platforms that might help up your digital reporting game, as we're all looking for solutions right now to how to bring our message to our donors in a really accessible and beautiful, but also kind of not super time consuming way. And the last thing I'll say about Adobe Spark is, if you really love the page you made and you just need to tweak it slightly for a different audience, you can just copy the page you already made and make those tweaks. So go check it out. You will not be disappointed. We get great feedback about this page from our audience and our donors. Beautiful on mobile. So take a little bit of time to investigate, and hopefully it will be right for you as well. So thanks so much. Good luck out there, especially those of you in the healthcare sector and those who are delivering social services to clients directly. Thank you for everything you're doing, and we're all in this together as we try to navigate new waters. So let's support one another and share the tools that we have come to love. So thanks so much. Good luck.